Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. We have another couple of bangers from Big Bang Comics. This is from their run at Image Comics, and it is a Savage Dragon double feature, a story line featuring Savage Dragon traipsing through the Big Bang universe. It is so much fun. The art is incredible. Check out this cover from Rich Buckler. It is so good. That is what we are looking at today, and Dave Cockrum, mind you, on the right. Big Bang Comics number 14 and 18. So subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button and let's get right into it. Okay, so how cool is this? All right, so in Big Bang Comics number 12, like I said, this is from the Image Comics run. They started a crossover with Savage Dragon, and it continues here in issue 14, and it is so cool. Rich Buckler, I'm sure you know that name if you know the history of comics. He was like a big artist at Marvel in the 70s and 80s, I think. Definitely like worked on Fantastic Four, perhaps. Such a, like, I really like his art, you know, definitely like sort of in the Marvel house style. Although it looks like he's channeling a little bit of Kirby energy here. This great cover, Berserker. Berserker is not in this issue. He will be in the next one. The Badge. Oblivia. I love that character. She's very like much a Kirby sort of fourth world new god kind of character looking, in my opinion. All right, front cover by Rich Buckler, story by Gary Carlson, artists on National Guardians, pencils Joe Cooper, inks Patrick Toller, Ultiman, pencils and inks John Thompson, Venus, pencils and inks Dan Priest, Thunder Girl, pencils and inks Bill Fugate, The Blitz, pencils and inks David Zimmerman, Agents of Badge, layouts Mark Lewis, pencils and inks Ken Lester, and The Badge, pencils by one of my new favorite artists, Joe Zierman, and inks by, it could be Zierman, inks Ken Lester. Special thanks to Mark Lewis. Okay, so Dragon has like this time bomb strapped to his chest, and he keeps going through time, and you know, it's all the trappings of changing time and time travel. Time travel stories sort of drive me nuts in one regard. I just watched The Flash, and it was all about, you know, time and changing time and stuff like that. I don't know, you know, whatever. It kind of, like, if you go and change time, then that was part of history anyway. I don't know. It's so confusing. It drives me nuts. But anyway, I have to say that, like, this is, like, Dragon fits seamlessly into the Big Bang universe. I really love this. This art is sort of channeling Jason Pearson, Blood and Guts, a little bit, in my opinion. I really love it. Oh, I love this panel here, seeing Ultiman holding Dragon up by the neck, and then you have Beacon in the background here. Is that Vitamin, perhaps? Lots of fun. I love it. But anyway, you can see, like I was going to say, Dragon fits seamlessly into the Big Bang universe. It speaks to the relationship between Erik Larsen and Gary Carlson. You know, I always felt like, I think Dragon made a lot of appearances in other comic books in the early days of Image comic books. And so, you know, arguably, like, a Finn addict, if you show a Finn addict a picture of Dragon drawn by somebody other than Erik Larsen, the first 3 words out of their mouth is, the Finn is wrong. The Finn is wrong. Is wrong. Finn is wrong. Okay, so that's 4 words. But anyway, so they're going to tell you the Finn is wrong no matter what. And more importantly, sometimes I feel like he wasn't really written in character. And I think Gary Carlson has a good handle on Dragon. He acts very much like the Dragon I remember from the early days of Dragon. You know, he's definitely got his personality nailed down. I love this panel here. Him, like, so forlorn with this TNT dynamite strapped to his chest. Very cartoonish in a way. But I think that's the fun and charm of, you know, Big Bang. They have all this classic elements and tropes happening. I love Dragon meeting Venus here, and she's got her, like, her nurse, what do you call it, alter ego happening. And then we get Dr. Banana. I love Dr. Banana. He is so much fun. The art here is really great. I want to say this is like Bill Fugate on Thunder Girl. Such a great character, Thunder Girl. Arguably the Captain Marvel of the Big Bang universe. Some really fun art here. Loving this use of Zipatone. I love this. And this is like something I talk about in comic books so often, and I think this is a perfect example of how great comic books can be. It's like I feel like modern comic books are always trying so hard to be cinematic and look like a movie, and they miss out on fun little gimmicks you can use, like showing the dragon's head and like the worlds behind him, and the time travel. They're utilizing like physical numbers here to represent the years as he travels through time. I just love that kind of storytelling. I think that is so much fun. Very classic. And then we have Blitz here and Cyclone. So many. This is what's fun about Big Bang is that a lot of these issues focus on specific characters, but I really love when as many characters from the Big Bang universe show up as possible throughout. We have the Earth A and Earth B Blitz here. Arguably the only two Big Bang characters from Earth A and B who could appear together. These characters from Agents of Badge, the Steranko sort of tribute happening in the Big Bang universe. I love it. I love seeing the different art styles on Dragon too. I just think it's a lot of fun. Some Kirby Crackle there. The Badge. This is such an iconic picture here. I love this very much. That looks so cool. The Badge is actually like a really cool character. They're all so cool, but you knew that, right? Just a lot of fun. Getting some like Kirby action here. And it's funny because I love seeing, Dragon drawn in sort of like a Kirby-esque style. Like, it's very cool. Speaking of Kirby-esque, like, how cool and great is this? This is a beautiful double-page spread. I love a good double-page spread, first of all. And I also love when it's not the entirety of the page and they sort of make use of the bottom of the page to sort of advance the storytelling. I always love that, seeing that happen. Look at these Kirby dots in the background. And this is such a beautiful, like, Kirby dragon panel right there. So much fun. I really love that. And it's funny, too, because, obviously Larson is hugely influenced by Kirby, and you see a lot of Kirby in his works. So there's sort of that homage happening as well in a way. Clearly this is like a love letter to Jack Kirby. I want to say this is Joe Zierman, maybe. Yeah, hopefully. I don't know. Anyway, but we're even using, like, that's very similar to Jack Kirby's signature. So the tributes, the homages definitely go deep in a Big Bang comic book for sure. Oblivia, oh my gosh, how much do I love this character? She is gorgeous, first of all, and she's supposed to be. And she's sort of like this, I don't know, enchantress, sort of femme fatale, and she's like wooing and, of course, crushing on the dragon. Why wouldn't she crush on the dragon, right? The dragon, I'm sure I got that wrong. This page is so crazy. I love the commitment to detail. Like, every single page in this, or panel in this page, has like a intricate background, like with crazy perspective in that one too. To anyone who's sort of doesn't know how good Big Bang comic books are, they are so good. They always have super high quality art, very fun stories, usually written by Gary Carlson. I love the cliffhanger ending here. Another gorgeous double page spread. Dragon discovering this layer of spoilers, cloned Ultimen that are being used to fuel this time orb, and it is just so good and crazy. And to be continued in Big Bang 18, but luckily I have that. So we're gonna look at it right now. Big Bang number 15. Hopefully doing this one. Love Dr. Weird. Such a great, crazy history of Dr. Weird, but I won't get into that right now, as we have other fish to fry, or fins to fry, I should say, by continuing with Big Bang featuring the Pantheon of Heroes. You can tell by the logo change and the sort of trade dress of the cover, and the fact that we have a cover by legendary, uncanny new X-Men co-creator, Legion of Superheroes artist Dave Cockrum, just like one of the legends. So cool that they were able to get Dave to do a cover here, especially when it's sort of like a Legion of Superheroes sort of tribute homage. Here we go again, Big Bang Comics number 18. Infamous cover homage there. Excuse me. There's always the third. There will be a third, right? Okay, Dave Cockrum, front cover, Gary Carlson story, Joe Zierman, pencils, Steve Collins, inks, Mike Matthew, inks, Jason Howard, pencils and inks, Jason Weigel, pencils and inks, Jason Millett, pencils, Jim Brosman, famous Dick Tracy artist there, inks pages 12 through 15, Frank Gartner, inks, Darren Goodhart, pencils, inks, Patrick Tuller, Susan Dorn, letters, Joe Cooper, pencils and inks. All right. Quite the list of creators. It was always very tag team, very like, and you'll see evidence of how sometimes that sort of doesn't work out as we get through this book. I think this is opening. It's by Joe Zierman. Love it. It is so good. It's interesting. I feel like there's kind of a mix of styles happening here. Dragon looks very Kirby, but then I feel like Ultiman is looking a little Kurt Swanish in a way. I'm all down for that. The mixed influences works just fine for me. This is just so much fun. I cannot tell you how like great this story was and like how fun it was. And there's a cliffhanger at the end. I would love to see a sequel. Putting it out there in the universe. One of the true villains of the story, Grandfather Clock, who I love. I mean, he sort of like, I don't know, looks like he could be the Monopoly Man in a way, without the monocle, with the monocle. Does the Monopoly Man have a monocle? That's a Mandela effect, y'all. I mean, I feel like he should. But do you think people are confusing the Monopoly Man with the Planter's Peanut? I think that could be happening too. I think like we're so overwhelmed by pop culture that we just like, I don't know, we put it all together. It's all about perception anyway. This is a gorgeous freaking panel. Look at the foreshortening there and the Kirby dots just for days. I love this so much. This, of course, and it was weird because I think the budget must have disallowed it, but this was supposed to be in color. And on one hand, I think it would look fantastic in color, but on the other hand, if you watch my channel, you know I love like artist editions and stuff, so I'm living for like the black and white art. And this could possibly be one of my favorite pages. Like I said, the homages run deep in a Big Bang comic book, because not only are you getting sort of a Kirby style, but you're also getting like an homage / tribute to his collage era, like when he was using like collages and as part of his art. I mean, how great is that? Great page here. I mean, can I say it 100 times how much I love Oblivia? She is so cool. Really love her. Brain Boy. That is so funny. And that is sick, like with the fork on the forehead. It's so gross. I love it. These characters could easily slip into the Legion of Superheroes. Or maybe the Legion of Substitute Heroes. Maybe not the substitute ones. They were kind of like the Great Lakes Avengers in a way, weren't they? I don't remember. I've never been... Here's the thing about the Legion of Superheroes. Like, I always wanted to get in, and I almost did when Brian Bendis did it with Ryan Sook. The Ryan Sook art would have been worth it alone. However, I just always found like there's too many characters. It's too confusing. You know, they've got like different Earths, time travel, Superboy, Brainiac 5. I mean, it's a lot, right? So much fun. I want Oblivia to come back in Dragon. I don't know. I actually want this version of Dragon though too. Nothing against Malcolm Dragon, but I love this version of Dragon so much. Berserker. Love Berserker. Berserker is so cool, you guys. You have no idea. Another Big Bang character that sort of just could totally blow up and deserves a better spotlight for sure. And he'll be getting one soon. I see this is weird here. Not weird, but this is like shows the pains of publishing. Dear readers, there's supposed to be another chapter at this point. They were waiting for 5 pages. I'm assuming, like, reading between the lines, it's like, basically, like, where the hell is the artist? Sorry, we waited as long as we could. We have to publish it anyway. Basically, what happened in the next 5 pages, blah, 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 and back to the story. Crazy, right? But it just goes to show, like, how difficult it is, and knowing, like, the publication of History of Big Bang and sort of the anthology aspect and the by hook or by crook sort of almost guerrilla style publishing that Gary Carlson has done over the years. You know, it's amazing the output he had, and I'm sure there were delays and headaches along the way, and this is just an example of that. Like, what do? You know what I mean? You can't just, like, not publish it because of those 5 pages when everyone else is waiting for it. It's been solicited, you know, you're at Image, all that stuff. So, you know, shame on whoever didn't turn in those 5 pages. I wonder if they ever saw print again. It said that we would see them in later issues, so I guess to be determined, even though the info is already out there. More fantastic art. I really love the shading on Ultiman here. This is so great. This is such a great panel. I love, you know me, I love art, and every once in a while, well, not every once in a while, there's always panels that just really stand out to me. Super fun. Like this one, I'm loving the hand on that. Just like the shading and the highlights and the negative space and the spotting of black. So good. Oblivia looks fantastic here. What a great pose. Like, she is so sexy. I love this character. Dragon, what a great foil for him. And there's Grandfather Clock. So cool. Such a great story. And then Venus takes Oblivia to, where are they going to go? The realm, back to the god realm, and find out who you really are. I wonder if that story ever happened. I would like to see that happen. 100%. Another great panel. Dragon saves the day. Was there any doubt? Loving this character. Snowstar. So funny. Like, I just, like, that is so, like, the first issue of X-Men when he made ice cream. Like, I love, like, I'm going to bury Savage Dragon in a snowman. And luckily I have a carrot, coal, and some sticks to make it like the perfect snowman. Which, if your powers are snow-based, you should carry around like accessories like that, don't you think? Okay. These are way fun characters. So much. Like, speaking of jaw-dropping double-page spreads, like, how epic in scope is that? I love it. Kind of like the trial of Dragon. It's so weird, though. They're in the future. They're so sophisticated, and yet they don't know anything about Dragon. What the hell, right? I don't know. So they find out. It's all good. And, of course, here comes Thunder Girl and Ultra Girl to be like, no. Dragon actually saves the day. You stupid superheroes, listen to him. And he's like, okay, I know you went through this huge, like, epic, long, horrifying time travel debacle, but I'm going to give you a time bubble, and good luck with that. See what happens. Pop, Back to the Future, Chicago 1997. Alex, Mighty Man, love that panel there. The story was so big, it bled to the last inside cover of the book. And I kind of love when that happens, too. The end, ? No. Set up for a sequel. I want that sequel, guys. Crazier things, right? Night Watchman, Deductive Comics. What a great picture there. That is so much fun. Anyway, you guys, more brilliance from Big Bang Comics. So good. Dragon time travels through the Big Bang universe, and the results are epic. Such a great footnote in the history of Dragon and Big Bang Comics and Image altogether. Thanks for watching, guys. Oh, by the way, you can get these comics most likely at bigbangcomics.com or on Indy Planet, and I'll put links in the description of the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button. I'll bring you more soon.